Hey guys, welcome back to the Rob Pop YouTube channel, your #1 pit stop for all things Eurovision this year, and it's time for us to take a trip down National Final Road as today we turn our attentions to the Finland national selection for Eurovision 2025. That's right, today is the day that we turn our focus to UMK, Finland's national selection, which in the last few years has become like a highlight of the Eurovision pre-selection season for me. This selection has become so good. 2023 was absolutely elite, not just Kadia, we're talking like all of the entries from that year have stood the test of time. Last year, decent, fairly strong. I feel like I was one of the only fans of No Rules. I was loving that song while everyone on Twitter was trashing it. But Finland have become the go-to country for fun. So I'm super excited to delve into the 7 songs that they've got. I love that they just have like a short selection. The quality control is usually on point, but where do they go from the craziness of Kadia and Windows 95 Man? That's what I'm about to find out. But before we do begin through all these 7 songs, as ever, it would be amazing to remind you to subscribe to this channel. I would love to grow an even bigger following this year as I uncover all of the songs, many more national finals, and give you all the analysis in the lead up to Basel in May. So if you want to join me along for a camp or gale time, it's the subscribe button you need to hit. Give this video a like if you enjoy what you see, and hit that bell if you want notifications every time I upload a video. But I don't want to waste any more time. Let's get UMK 2025 on the road, and we're going in the order that these songs were revealed, which means we're starting with Nightmares by Neea. I'm hoping for some pop gold here. Don't let me down. Some dark electro pop coming here. Sarah also and her monsters quaking in their grave here. I like this. It's giving me like a solo Kano moment. I didn't see the breakdown going like this, but this is fun. I'm always here for anyone sporting a high pony, so you're gonna work, Neea. This topically does feel very similar to Sarah Alto's Monsters. Maybe I'm just comparing them with their 2 Finnish entries, but it's got that dark electro pop, not letting people get me down feel. I hope she can bring this with a dance routine, because there's something unsatisfying about her kind of just swaying in this video, but in order to bring this breakdown energy to life, we need to attack it. Loving this final chorus. This is the sort of thing I will listen to outside of the contest, like all year. This is just a solid pop song. I don't know if I see this winning, but as I say, this is the sort of thing I listen to all year round. That is a really solid start. I've known of Neea for probably, I think I discovered her last year, it may have been the year before, for her song All The Way, which I do still think is her best song. She attacks a pop chorus like no other, and this is no different. It's a very strong song melodically, the vocals are on point. I feel like it's just a really, really good pop song that's not trying to be anything other. I do feel like the breakdown could be a little bit stronger, and I'm only talking in Eurovision terms here. I think if I was just listening to this in my headphones, I'd be bopping along really, really going for it. But I feel like at Eurovision, you need that extra little sprinkle to take it from a 9 to a 10. What is making this stand out? I'm not sure, maybe it lacks that little USP to really make it hit. But in terms of, do I like this? Is this a great pop song? Yes, 100%. Not screaming from the rooftop, I'm not like, this has to be the one, but if this did get sent, I'm sure this would wind up in like my top 10 of the year. I need her to bring it live as well. I don't just want to see her stood there, and the video lacked a bit of movement. I think this is going to need a performance with more movement than this. Again, I'm going to reference Colleen last year. She brought all the energy to the stage, which brought We Will Rave to life, and I need Neea to really play into all of the energy of this song to give it the maximum life. But what a start. Stomping pop song in a Eurovision sphere to be compared to Kano and Sarah Alto, to me, is no bad thing at all. Okay, moving on to song number 2 now, and this is where I may start to lightly mispronounce things as I don't speak Finnish. We've got Nelli Matula, and the song is Hitaammin? I hope that's how you pronounce it. Interested to see what diversity UMK 25 has on offer here. This is Nelli Matula. I like hearing some songs in the Finnish language though. It gives this one something different immediately. I feel like this is like the angel to Neea River's devil. Interested to see where this one goes. How are we gonna propel into that chorus? I like this. Again, it's not blowing my socks off, I'm not wowed, but like another song that I absolutely would listen to. Again, does it have that extra oomph for Eurovision? Not sure. Another vocal that I really enjoy, she's got a really lovely like clarity and openness to her vocal tone. I'm enjoying the visual, it's really painting like a fairy tale image of this song for me as well. As much as I like this, I think as a pop song it's got a few less dimensions than Nightmares. It's got less of like oh I need to vote for this appeal and just something that you would enjoy doing the cleaning to. I'm really interested by the way she's performing this. She's clearly an amazing dancer. Maybe she could have had a different kind of song to show that off. I love that. Again, this is just a straight up really good pop song, and I feel like it's quite refreshing to hear songs like this because, I mean, on my one hand, I'm thinking at Eurovision, again, does this like an oomph? Maybe this falls into like a similar category to like Poland had last year, where like it's a really good song for Spotify, but does it have enough live? There is the one hand that thinks that, but on the other hand, there's a part of me that thinks, well, there should be a place like this for songs like this at Eurovision. Pop at Eurovision shouldn't have to like scream itself at you. We should just be able to have songs like this that are just like really solid synth pop done really well, delivered by a great vocalist. It felt very uplifting, very positive, even down to the way she performed it. And I think that the music video really helped to translate that the whole thing felt uplifting and like a dream, almost a pastel dream. Shout out to Nelli Matula because I'm sure I'll be listening to this all year. And I enjoyed it being in the Finnish language. Ticking the box for that one as well. Love hearing the Finnish language. What a lovely language as well. Okay, the pop girlies are really bringing it so far, and if you know me, then I love me a good pop girly. But now it's time to take it to a male. We've got Costee now with the song Sekaisin. I do think we're in for another pop moment. I'm liking this pulsating sort of rhythm in the background. And is it a pre-chorus or is this the chorus? I'm kind of waiting for that to go off a bit further. I've got a feeling it might do in the second chorus, but right now, I'm waiting to be like taken to a moment. Right now I'm like, okay. Let's give it more time. I do like this hook, I just want it to go a bit harder. He is performing this with a lot of oomph. The production is lacking oomph for me. I want more strings, I want more drama. Not bad by any means though, I'm seeing that there's a really great song in this, but I don't think it's reaching its full potential. I'm not wowed by that, and I'm disappointed because I feel like there is a really good song amongst that. I did enjoy the chorus, but the production never kind of got over more than like a nice light pulsation, and I kind of wanted it to hit in more. I wanted more drama, I wanted like more strings, a bit more of like an orchestral vibe. I think as it was, it kind of never took me over the edge. It never grabbed me and gave me that extra like oomph. I don't feel from like second one to the final second we really went on much of a journey with this one. So again, I would say this is another song that is designed to go on your Spotify playlists. Is it the type of song that's going to stand out Eurovision? I think of all of them so far, this one stands out the least. A bit middle of the road, a bit coffee shop, and I've always got my Eurovision head on, thinking what would work. I don't know that this would grab the public though. Moving on to song number 4 now, and this is Viivi with Aina. I could do with Finland taking a few more chances now, so we'll see whether this is the song to really make me go, ooh! Let's find out. She's gorgeous. This is very pretty. It is quite cold in here, but I got like a goosebump moment there. That was... Mwah. I love the tenderness of this. It's so delicate, but in all the right ways. I love her delivery of it. She's not pushing it too much. It's really beautiful. This is really pretty. Her vocals are like stunning. It's like a Disney ballad. Like the whole thing has remained quite understated, but this song transcends language. I wouldn't need the subtitles to feel beauty from this. Look, that really stood out so far. I mean, so I would say we've had 3 songs that I think would go great on your everyday Spotify playlist. This was totally different, took you into a totally different universe, but for 3 minutes there, I just got swept into this like magical zone of Vivi's. Very like Disney vibes, and as I said in the video, I think that that's the kind of song that transcends language, and you can feel emotion from a song like that without having to know what she's singing about, if that makes any sense. So I think that's a really, really good song. Do I know if that's got quite enough in it to win? I don't know, there's something in me that, again, I said this with the last song, I wanted a few more like strings, I wanted it to feel like the final chorus was this like big grand moment, and I don't know that it ever got there, but certainly amongst this selection I really appreciated its beauty, and it came at just the right time, and I think this definitely could be a contender just based off the fact that it's so different to all the other songs and it's done so well. It's not just going to do well because it's a ballad and the rest are up tempo. It's a very strong ballad performed by a very, very good vocalist. She is absolutely the star of this whole thing, and if they can create a dreamlike world on stage, maybe don't rule this one out, and it would definitely be an interesting route for Finland to go down. I mean, one of my favourite entries that Finland have ever sent is Norma John's Blackbird, because that was such a beautiful ballad, and this is nothing like that, but it is just as beautiful. Really, really enjoyed this. Right, next we're moving on to song number 5, and it is a song that I have seen creating discussion online. Now, as you know, I try and stay away from other people's opinions ahead of time because I don't want to be influenced. I don't want to go into something expecting to like it or to not to like it. So I would like to be blind, but I know that people have been talking about One Morning Left's Puppy. I don't know why, I don't know what that means, but I know that I'm probably in for something interesting. Let's not waste any time. This is One Morning Left. This is Puppy. Woof. I feel like we are overdue some crazy in UMK so far. Is this good? Is this shit? Not sure. I'm not sure how I feel about this going into like a club feel now and then going back to rock. Does it feel too gimmicky? It's funny. Do Finland need to do something like this again? I'm not sure. It's fun though, isn't it? The lyrics are diabolical. Like awful. And you know what? People thought that No Rules was going to dominate the public vote last year, and it didn't. Sometimes things can be so silly that people are just like, okay, this is actually shit. I think this might just veer into the side of, this is a bit too shit. I'm almost so used to Finland now having a shock moment like this that I haven't been open-mouthed shocked the whole time. I'm like, well, this makes sense now. Period. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like when I first reacted to Cha Cha Cha, I was shocked by the craziness, but I loved the song. Windows 95 Man, I was shocked, but I thought the song was actually really fun Europop. On this occasion, I actually think that the shock value of him screaming puppy and singing a song about a puppy is stronger than the actual song itself. And that is the concern for me, is that I don't want Finland to just lean into, let's always send the most standout song because it's going to catch people's attention. Because at the end of the day, the song does still have to be good. And I think what we learnt last year is No Rules didn't actually do as well at Eurovision as people thought it would. People have this assumption that now we're in like a televote only semi-final, and that people have shown that they like silly entries, that every silly entry is going to do well, and that's not the case. The public still want a good song. Rim Tim Taggy Dim was still a really good song. Cha 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 is actually an amazing song. I listen to it all the time. I don't need to watch Carrier to actually have that song on. I don't know if I would ever feel like I want to play this song without the visual, but it's fun, and I was bopping along, and there is like an amusement to it. I can't deny that like it's a fun song. So on the one hand, was I bopping? Yes. On the other hand, do I need to hear this many more times? I don't think so. I'm gonna file this alongside like my AI sent to Melody Grand Prix last year of, this is stupid, this is funny, we can all laugh, but do we really need to have this in Eurovision? I'm gonna say probably not. And I can hear the dislikes rolling in because this is probably the fan favourite, but it's a no from me. Okay, moving on to the final two songs of the evening, and we are going on to Goldielocks now. This song is called Made Of. Where do we go from Puppy? Oh, her voice is got an interesting inflection to it. An addiction. This is reminding me of like Myrrh or someone so far. This is a good chorus. Again, would this blend in too much with Eurovision? I like this. But what are you made of? That is a good hook. It might be overdone, but I could see like an Alice in Wonderland kind of theme with this, where everything around her is small and she's big. Like that's kind of what they're doing in this video. I'd love to see that brought to life on the UMK stage. There's another song that I listen to though. There's a little bit Tones and I, which is an insult. But I like this a lot more than I like Tones and I, trust. The hook on this is really good. I love the what are we made of? And a lover, a traitor, a poison, a saviour. The hooks in this are probably the strongest of any of the three pop songs. Again, my negative is that I don't know that it's got that added little oomph to it that is going to make someone vote for this. Is this going to be people's favourite, or is it going to be a lot of people's fifth and sixth favourite and therefore it doesn't pick up many votes? That's my concern. But again, another song that I would definitely listen to. It would fit in perfectly on my playlist, and I think what this one has on its side is a really interesting performer. I get the impression that Goldielocks could take on some really adventurous staging. She's got an interesting tone to her voice, and the way she pronounces words in English is interesting. It adds like a different element to this song that kind of makes it fun and brings it to life. If I'm just taking this for what it is as a song itself, one of my favourite songs so far. I did really like this. I really liked her, and definitely one that I can imagine going down well live, so I'm interested to see what they do with it live, that's for sure. Right, we have made our way to the final song of this listen through for UMK 25, and they really have saved the biggest name till the end. We've come to Erika Vikman with her song Ich Komme. Now, I was a huge fan of Erika back in 2020 when she tried to enter with Cicciolina, which honestly robbed. Now, I don't speak German, but I kind of feel like
die.
But I know that this song translates to I'm coming in German. Is this whole song going to be in German? Is it going to be part Finnish, part German? All I know is I'm coming. Who, what, where, when, and why Erika? All of those questions are about to be answered. Let's go. What an outfit, all in brown. The sex appeal is raw from second one. This is very dark and like techno feeling so far. It's like the gods are singing down upon us. The chanting is Komme. I mean, this will certainly stand out, that's for sure. Dripping in gold. I was prepared for this to be slightly sexual. Even more so than I could have ever expected. I already feel like I need to see this at Eurovision. This is giving me the way I felt about the Zara last year. That chanting is sending me feral. See, I think this is towing that line so perfectly. This is crazy, this is Finland, but it's kind of not sacrificing being a great song at the same time. I'm loving the song. What's happening? This has me gripped. Like, what's next? This is an insane ending. This is the one. This is the one. I've just reacted to my first 3-minute climax, I feel. Well, that's the one. That's the one. I don't know what I was expecting, and I definitely don't know if that is what I was expecting or even close. If you'd have asked me what I wanted, I'm not even sure I would have been able to tell you I wanted this. Now I've got it, I know I needed it. Open up your dictionaries, look for the word camp, and there will be a picture of Erika Vikman right there. This is the campest thing I have seen since Nebulosa last year. This I just have to see at Eurovision. And I also kind of feel like I did really love the song, but like I still feel like I need to hear it a second, third or fourth time because like it made such an unusual first listen that I was figuring out how I felt about it as it went along. Could that be a problem at Eurovision? Potentially. I'm not sure whether like on first listen it feels a bit chaotic, but to me that is its biggest strength. I mean, there is no doubt the two songs that stand out the most in this national final is One Morning Less Puppy and Ish Calm. If it's a competition between those two, to me this is leagues ahead. In my opinion, that song feels almost like it's novelty for the sake of being novelty. This, people would still look at this and go, Finland are sending something kind of batshit, but this is in a totally different lane that I think actually escapes being novelty, and instead it's just its own kind of camp pop. I don't know if this would do that well at Eurovision, but like, I'm not sure what would of this selection. So I'm thinking, what is going to be the biggest spectacle? And if they can translate what they just gave me in that music video to the stage, we are in for a treat. Yeah, this is crying out to be one of the moments that people talk about at this year's Eurovision, but not for being stupid, for just being a bit like, this bitch had the audacity. She's giving you latex, S&M, chains and whips that excite me. Ish Komme. Well, that's your lot. They are your 7 songs. Once again, I would say that UMK are coming with quality. I feel like they really prioritise giving you 7 songs that all hit in a different way, rather than having like 4 semi-finals with varying shades of beige in them. My personal top 3, third place, I'm gonna have to give that to Nightmares of Neea River. I really did think that was a very strong pop song. Probably the one that I'm gonna listen to the second most. But in terms of that kind of like Eurovision excitement, I'm gonna put it third. Second up, Aina by Viivi. That was magical. It really took me into a place that none of the other songs did, but what a voice, what a feeling. And you know, if Finland did go for that option, I don't think I could be mad, but I think I would slightly be mad because my number 1, without a doubt, is Erika Vikman's Ish Komme. I mean, what an experience of a song that was. It was the best 3 minutes of my life, honestly. The best, the most chaotic, the craziest, the sexiest, all of the above. Tick, tick, tick. Please, please Finland, send this to Eurovision. I do feel ultimately like One Morning Left could be sent. I can't help feel like I don't want that just because I feel like it's not a great enough song to make up for the fact that it's obviously going for that kind of silly thing that they did last year with Windows 95 Man. I just don't think the song is as strong, but All of the songs in this UMK 2025 are good in their own right, so no shame. I'm still going to get excited every single year catching up with this show, and I can't wait to see what they all bring live, because whoever is in charge with making these music videos really does a great job of just making you excited and giving you this like palette that is kind of just like, it's like a starter, it's like a teaser of like, well, this is what they do. Wait till you get to the live performance, because then we're going to absolutely blow your socks off, and I cannot wait to watch all of these performances live now, especially Ms. Erika. Honestly, my heart is still racing after that last song, but that is it from me. Please let me know down below what you thought of this year's UMK. Are you with me on Team Erika? Are you a Viivi fan, or are you totally disagreeing with me and wanting to see Puppy all the way to Basel? Honestly, I'm willing to hear everything you've got to say. As I've already asked, it would be amazing for you to subscribe, hit that like button and hit notifications if you want to know whenever I upload a video. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Sending love to you all in Finland. I hope to break out that flag for a 3rd year in a row. 2 words, is Komme, and 3 words, thanks for watching. Bye! Is Komme.